What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Um, it's a fall day, and sometimes you got to go back to your roots. I am on top of where my woodworking began. This is the flat roof on my mama's house that the railings are rotted out. As about a 9-year-old boy, my uncle Lawrence, who was a carpenter and a mason, built this addition. And my brother Greg, he pissed off and he didn't help anymore. He pissed off my brother Tony and he didn't help anymore. But I stuck with him and we built this. And I can remember being a little kid because Uncle Lawrence was crazy. And he'd get into his fits and he'd start throwing workbenches and sawhorses and shit off the roof and start cussing because he was tired and wanted to get some wine. And my fear, because I don't like heights, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm a little bitch when it comes to heights and ladders. I always feel like the ladder's going to cave in, and it might be because my ass is so fat and heavy that sucker bends. But even being up here now, this is 2 stories up, I don't like being up here. I really don't. But as a little kid, I was up on top of here on the rafters as my uncle threw the sheets of plywood up to be nailed down. And I don't know how I conquered that fear. Well, I'm going through another fear right now that I'm not sure I know how I'm going to conquer that fear. But I guess at this point it is what it is. And that's coming to the realization that the Dallas Cowboys are never going to be about shit. That it doesn't matter what they say, even what they do, that they're never going to be relevant again. That's my biggest fear right now. I can't stand in the same way, just getting close to that edge drives me crazy and gives me angina. Is that what it is? Anxiety of being close to the edge to have to work on taking these things apart. I get that same feeling of fear like I did last night. This is the exact same feeling I had last night. And it's kind of funny. This is the reason why I'm doing this video. My biggest fear is this is as good as it's ever going to get with the Cowboys for the rest of my life. That all of my wants and desires to see happen will never happen. That even though Jerry Jones is 83 years old, it doesn't matter. His son Steven, who it may even be even worse with Steven, if that's possible. If it's possible to see what I see here. It's my biggest fear. And I don't know how to conquer it. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what the fix is, because I love football. I loved the Dallas Cowboys. I loved watching football with my dad, rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. And as I sit here right now, my mother is putting up, my mom's known as Miss Christmas. Incredible woman. And I'm so much like her. She's putting up the Christmas tree, or the first. She has about 3 or 4 of them that she puts up, where she meticulously has preserved the Christmas decorations. I'm talking about stuff that we made as kids 50 and 60 years ago. And she's putting these things up and saying, because one of the last things she said, my dad asked before he passed was, is that Christmas tree still up? So my fears used to be that my dad would never see another Super Bowl from the Cowboys. That I just wanted to celebrate with him one more time of the Dallas Cowboys being on top of the mountain. And I didn't get that. He's no longer with us. And as I sit here, I'm beginning to realize after 30 years of supporting, hoping, praying, hell, shoveling the shit for Jerry Jones. It ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. Colts trading for Sauce Gardner. Wow. Breaking news. Colts sending, I think, 2 number ones. Just came across the wire. Yeah. All we got is Sideshow Bob and Jerry telling us about how great we are, how much money we're worth, how we should trust the process, and how nobody out working him. Man, it sucks around here, bro. It absolutely, positively sucks. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. I'm scared shitless. And I got to get off this roof. At least I can get on the ground and I'll be okay. I'm a laughing stock. Philly 500's having a ball. Just sent me a picture of Logan Wilson. Said, this is Logan Wilson. This is Max Crosby. Well, I gave my report from what I heard. 6 foot plus white guy with tattoos being escorted by Cowboys security. I guess in my heart, I was hoping it was Max Crosby. Instead, it's just Logan Wilson off of another pathetic, and I mean pathetic, defense. Have a good one. 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. Wow. Congratulations, Colts. Congratulations. You want to hear some sad shit? The fact that the Colts were a laughingstock from moving from Baltimore and going there, and they turned things around and had Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl, were great. The Saints are, look, I'm seeing Saints are doing something with Rashid, somebody. They won Super Bowls since we did, got bad, and now are in a position to maybe win one again, while the Cowboys have done absolutely nothing. Yeah. We suck, man. Peace.